Hello, everyone! Welcome back to another episode of the HappyBitch podcast. Today on the episode, we are going to be discussing we got married and the honeymoon, a few other things. But sorry I've been gone for so long, you guys. I know the super fans are really upset right now, but guess what? We're back and we're better than ever. Really happy and excited and all that good shit. Okay, so we got married on September 4th, so that's our anniversary date. The wedding day, it was amazing. So in the morning, just woke up with my cousin. We had a little sleepover, little girls' night the night before, did some facials and that kind of stuff. It was really nice, relaxing. Like I said, in the morning, we got ready. I did my own makeup. My girlfriend, one of my best friends for the longest time, is a hairdresser. My hairdresser. That's why my hair is so bomb. And she came over and she curled it and did a little styling for me, and I looked amazing, of course. So, big shout out to Erica. Love you, girl. Thanks for coming out and doing my hair. So we had to drive 30 minutes to where the ceremony was. So we thought it would be best if we did first looks beforehand. That way we could travel together. So yeah, I was waiting on the deck, facing away, and then JC had directions to come out and tap me on the shoulder, and then I'll turn around, do our first looks. Yeah, it was really nice. It was a beautiful day. So yeah, we did our first look, and then afterwards we gave each other presents, and we also read little love notes that we written to each other, and it's so sweet. It was oh, so mushy and so cheesy, and all the feelings, and I guess I'm not used to that to a certain degree, so it's a little outside my comfort zone, but obviously for my husband, I pushed through, wrote him a beautiful love note. It was actually a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. Okay, so after that, we took some photos with our dogs, because they had little best dog and dog of honor handkerchiefs that my beautiful, wonderful maid of honor got for the dogs. So yeah, we had to get some photos with those. And I would definitely suggest doing first looks rather than the traditional, you don't see the bride until she's walking down the aisle. Personally, anyways, it worked out well for us because we kind of got to have a little moment, just the two of us, confessing our love for each other and just starting the day together. Obviously, we didn't get ready together. We were fully ready already. Okay, and then the ceremony was next. Super small, intimate. I walked down the aisle to Mara's song. I can't remember who it's by. But if you type in Mara's song on YouTube or Apple, you can hear it if you're that interested. It's actually the perfect wedding song, because some of the lines are I'm guiding you to a brand new life and being right where you're supposed to be, and it's a really beautiful song, and the artist who wrote it and sings it is has such an amazing voice. So, yeah, we got our wedding song. Next. Okay, so I just want to say, I think, especially when it comes to weddings, we, put a lot of pressure on ourselves and have, a lot of pressure from family members, society, whatever. That, you just want everything to be perfect. And, I stressed out about a lot of things. But the two main things that I was worried about is breaking out for the wedding day, which I did. If you look very closely in my wedding photos, you can see that there's like, the skin isn't completely smooth. Like I have a little breakout, but you know what? That's life. Shit happens, and I still got married even with pimples on my face, and it was still a great fucking day. The other thing I was worried about during the whole wedding, all that stuff, I was like so worried that I would get my period on the honeymoon. But guess what? Shit happens. Guess what? Still had a great fucking honeymoon. Don't stress yourself out about the small things, because things will go wrong, but it will still be amazing. And like, if you're marrying the right person, none of that shit even matters. Like, it sounds so cheesy, but like on the wedding day, just looking into the person's eyes who you're gonna spend the rest of your life with, nothing else fucking matters. Oh, I'm so cheesy, I'm gonna cry. Okay. So also, like, we're like saying our vows and stuff, and like JC and I are looking into each other's eyes, and we're like really having a moment. Like, I feel like we're both about to start crying. And then JC's stomach is like, starts gurgling and stuff. Like, totally like broke the focus of the moment for a second, but like so fucking funny. So on the way to the ceremony, we're hungry and we needed Subway. So we go to Subway and I ask for like a kid's size sub. And so I asked for the kid size sub because I just wanted like small bread. And then next I was like, okay, but I want extra meat because like I need the protein to get me through the day. So he's like, well, I don't know if I can do double meat on a child's sub. I'm like, oh, okay, like whatever, just charge me for the 6-inch. He's like, well, hold on, I'm gonna check. And I'm just standing there like, I am in a wedding dress. Like, clearly, I have somewhere to fucking be. So, what did he ask next? I was like, just charge me for a 6-inch and give me the small one, but give me the extra meat too. He's like, oh, okay. And then he puts on the regular amount of meat. And he's like, did you still want extra meat? And I must have looked like I was just ready to like snap or something. And like, looking back, it sounds kind of funny that I was like, not getting frustrated, but like, I'm in a fucking wedding dress. I don't have 15 minutes to stand here and talk about meat, double meat. Like, just give me the fucking sandwich. So my wonderful husband steps in and he's like, yes, she would like the extra meat, please. Okay, got my sub, good times. But I look at JC's sub, and he got jalapenos. And I'm like, jalapenos on the wedding day? I was like, jalapenos on anyone's wedding day is a good idea. So yeah, that's kind of what made his stomach gurgle during the ceremony, but it was great. And I think it's like something that we'll tell our grandkids about. I hope he's okay with me sharing all of this with you guys. I mean, not like it's anything really high. Doggies, be quiet. Mom's podcasting. Sorry about that, guys, if you can even hear them barking, but they are. Okay, so yeah, JC's tummy grumbling during the moment. I actually put the ring on the wrong hand. Don't know why. Another funny moment to look back on. Then we went for photos. We met up with our family and friends. Thank you guys for all coming. It really means a lot that you guys took the time out of your lives to come and celebrate our love with us. My heart, it's so full right now. Then we actually had a little bit of extra time in the schedule. So after the photos, we went to a friend's place and we had a few drinks. The guys smoked cigars. Good time. And then after that, we went to a steakhouse for supper, and it was literally a dream. I am French, so like not like actually from France, but like my ancestors are. So I like to pick out certain French things that I like. Like long suppers is the first one, and the second one is, oh yeah, the French always eat late, and they'll have like a very long supper. They'll sit and conversate, they'll drink wine, you know, a meal is kind of like a social activity, from what I understand of French people. So yeah, we went to an amazing steakhouse. We were there for hours. Fucking love a long supper. So I had, excuse me, we had appetizers, I think crab cakes, and beef dip. And then we had the actual supper, which I got steak, lobster, salad, and a baked potato. I know this sounds like so much food. My mouth's like watering thinking about it. Okay, I had 2 little lobster tails. Oh my god. So fucking good. And then after we had our food, oh, and we also got a bottle of champagne. Because we be popping so much fucking champagne lately. Living the good life. Excuse me, oh my goodness, you guys. This is not going to be good for our audio listeners. Yeah, so I had all this amazing food. My amazing family was there. Grandma and grandpa, cousins. Like, it was a really great time. My brothers. And then at the end of the night, they brought us a platter of fucking desserts. First time trying creme brulee. So good. There was like 2 other things, but like after eating all the food that I just listed, I could barely eat dessert, which was really sad. And actually, like a couple days later, I thought about that creme brulee, and I was like, I should have just finished it. It was so fucking good. Yes, so after supper, we actually went to one of our favorite local pubs, and turns out that our wedding song was actually on the jukebox there. So, of course, we had to play that, and we were just dancing. And like I said, we didn't have like a traditional wedding, obviously, as you can hear from what I'm telling you we did on our wedding day. But like, still ended up getting my wedding dance, and my friend actually videoed it. Thank you, Shaylee. And yeah, now we have a video of our first dance as a married couple, so everything works out. I was like, that was one of the things that I was worried about, is that, you know, we're not going to get our first dance together, and even if you don't end up getting your first dance together, go home on your wedding night, put on your wedding song, and fucking dance in your living room. That's what's really important. Like, yes, a wedding is a day to be spent with your family and everything else, but like a marriage is for life, and a marriage is the relationship between the husband and wife. That's it. That's who's really important in the marriage. Oh, cheers to my new husband, and also comment if you think that he should be in one of the episodes. Because I think he should. Yeah. Do your wedding your way, and you will not regret it. I promise you. I was a little on the fence about doing things the way that we did, and part of it was due to COVID, because when we were planning our wedding, it was peak fucking COVID time. So, like I said, just do your wedding your way, and you won't regret it. Now, let's talk about the honeymoon. So, for the honeymoon, our original plan was to go to Mexico. We fucking love Mexico. I love a resort, drinks, food, beach, pool. Great time. person who really believes in like signs. So I had tried to book our stay in Mexico on 3 separate occasions, and it failed each time. And I still don't actually know why it failed, but I felt like it was the universe trying to tell me something. Trying to tell me don't go to Mexico. And I believe in signs, so we didn't go to Mexico. But it also said on the Canadian government website that, like, obviously it's non-essential travel is not recommended. And it actually says right on their website, too, that the crime in Mexico has gone up, especially against tourists right now. Excuse me. Due to the fact, well, it doesn't say this part on the website, but in my opinion, it's due to the fact that most of Mexico's money comes from tourism. So if there's no tourists down there, they're not making money, they have fallen on hard times, so maybe some of them are turning to crime. So it's just not exactly super safe right now. And also my other fear was potentially catching COVID, ending up in the hospital, and I don't even want to know what the fucking bills would look like for that. And the other part of it was just getting stuck down there for extended amount of time if you don't have a negative COVID test or whatever, and I couldn't, it sounds silly, but I could not risk not being able to get home in time to my dogs. Because our dogs are our life, pretty much. We fucking love them so much. They're so spoiled. On our honeymoon, because like we felt so bad for leaving them, we went to this awesome dog store that my friend showed me. I can't remember the name of it. But yeah, we got them. So our last name is Champagne now. And they actually had like little stuffed bottles of champagne as dog toys. So like we had to get them those, and then we got them like really big bones to chew on. We got them bones stuffed with marrow. We got them treats. I don't know. They got spoiled fucking rotten. As they should. Okay, so back to the honeymoon. The Little Red Cabin. This was my first time staying in an Airbnb, and this did not disappoint. I would highly recommend going to the Little Red Cabin in Invermere. It's fucking fantastic. It's a little red cabin. The decor is adorable. They fucking welcome you with a little bottle of sparkling wine. There's a hot tub, there's an outdoor shower, there's a fire pit, and all of this is in an amazing view of the mountains and the forest. Also, one of the main highlights of the honeymoon was finding the hot waterfall. Okay, so this is located near Fairmont Hot Springs, but this is not the developed hot springs. This is actually a little hidden hot springs, although I don't know how hidden it is because there was quite a few people when we went there. And like a hot waterfall. Fucking mind blown. I didn't even know this was a real thing until I physically saw it, and I'm like, this is so cool. So we spent a day there. Obviously had to take a bottle of champagne with us, and I mostly drank that bottle because JC had to drive. Felt kind of bad, but I won't say no to more champagne for me. We relaxed a lot. We sat around, we hiked a bit, we laughed so much. Looking back, it was truly a dream and exactly what my husband and I needed. And like I said, champagne. So much champagne. Next, we stayed on a farm with a hot tub and a view, and I almost lost my finger to a pig. I was trying to feed him a tater tot, and I don't even know how it happened, but all of a sudden my middle finger is like all the way in his mouth, and I feel his little teeth like biting down on my finger, and I'm like, yoink! and like quickly pulled it away, but there was mud all over my finger because there was mud all over his mouth, and I don't know. Like, I always think pigs are cute, but like anything's cute, so you really have to like be up close and personal with it, I guess. Also, ooh, yes, comment below if you have any hidden gems in Canada that I need to go find. I'm all about finding the stuff that's like a little less touristy, a little more off the beaten path. If you have to hike for 5 hours to get there, there's obviously going to be less tourists there. So I like to find cool places like that where you can kind of not be around 100 people and enjoy an area. But that's just me. Let me know if you know of any hidden gems in Canada. Potentially in the US, but probably won't be traveling there for a little while. Yeah, I'm like so hooked on exploring. I just like want to go find adventures and explore the world. So after 6 days of honeymooning, we went to visit family for 2 days. It was so good to see everybody and catch up. We have a little niece on JC's side. Well, I think she's like a third cousin or something. But anyways, she can be our niece. She's growing up so quickly, and like it was really great to see her and her mom and all the rest of the cousins. And we hadn't seen them in so long, so it was really nice to catch up, and everyone's doing really well, even through all this COVID bullshit. So it's good to see that everyone is still happy and healthy and kicking it, and looking forward to seeing them again in the future. Oh yeah, she cooked us some good food on the smoker. We had a nice supper. Actually, we had 2 nice suppers with them, so that was really nice. Got to see their dogs too. They're fucking adorable. After we were visiting that part of the family, we actually went to, one of my girlfriends moved away about 2 years ago, maybe longer. Sorry, Janelle. I think it was like 2 years ago. So yeah, we went to go stay with my friend Janelle, and her and her man were the most amazing hosts ever. They cooked us like an amazing meal from scratch, and even like apple crumble, and we drank wine and champagne and played games and just sat outside. One hell of an evening, for sure. If I could go back and do it again, I would. If I could just go back and relive the whole honeymoon, that would be really great. I miss the little red cabin so much. It's so nice there. Like, we would just wake up in the morning, make some freshly ground French press coffee, and sit on the little deck and look at the mountains. One morning we actually woke up and just drank coffee and sat in the hot tub. So now I want a fucking hot tub. And also, one thing that we brought back with us is we went and got a coffee grinder and a French press and a kettle. Because French press coffee is so fucking good. Yep, I'm just like a big pig this episode. Sorry, guys. Yeah, so back to staying with my friend and her man. The hospitality of this woman was unbelievable. Needless to say, JC and I are blessed to have the family and the friends who choose to be so extra in our lives. We love you all. Shout out to Janelle. I'll be back to visit you again soon. So we're home. We're settling in nicely. Slowly but surely getting back to reality. I am so excited to start creating again, whether it be with the podcast or with my photography. And I'm also so happy to be home with my dogs. Like I said, sorry it's been so long, you guys, but I'm back. I'm better than ever. And I'm excited to see where this podcast is going to go. I really want to start diving deeper into some mental health issues because through all of this, I have still stayed focused on my mental health, and it's a upkeep thing, right? You can't just let it slide and forget about it. You have to always take time for yourself each day. I actually heard something in a class that I took today. Like, take time to decompress the day. Whether that be, laying around, or sometimes I like to come home and have a shower right when I get home to kind of just wash the day away. Take time for yourself. Maybe that's listening to this podcast. Yeah. Love yourself. Take time for yourself. Remember that life is fucking beautiful if you just look for it. Be happy. Don't be a bitch. I love you guys so much. Have an amazing week, and I'll be back next week. Bye.